Get it done. Oops. So I'm tangling my cables here. Hi, good afternoon. Welcome to my daily broadcast. My name is Barry Selby. This is Messages from the Masculine number 303. And before I get there, let me introduce myself so you know who I am in case you're wondering. I am. Yes, I am indeed. I might get to that in a minute too. But in terms of describing what I do and what I'm about, my name is Barry Selby. I am a best-selling author, speaker, and relationship attraction expert, helping strong, successful women find balance in love, life, and business. I'm also a passionate champion for the divine feminine. And every day now, for 300 and plus days, well, not all every day, it was every day for the last 270, something like that. About 30 days, about 20 were weekly, and this is daily. Facebook Live talks I've been doing on love and relationships, masculine, feminine polarity, and other stuff like that. And so this is number 303, an ongoing series of talks called Messages from the Masculine to Inspire the Feminine Heart. And today's topic is, I'm feeling to where it's going to be. The title might change as I speak about this, but it's feeling to the holiday weekend, being Easter and Passover and all that blending of things, as well as something that came up inside of me from a talk I gave yesterday or the day before about you're more than you think. And what I mean by that I'll get into. So, shall we get started? If you haven't seen my broadcast before, I do invite comments whilst I'm talking. Feel free to post things in as I'm saying this, and if you get to my broadcast afterwards, I will respond afterwards as well in the comments. And if you're looking for support, I'll get to that at the end too. So, let's jump right in. First of all, if your love life sucks, I can help you with that. And this topic may help you with that too, but also needs a couple of pieces. One of which is being a holiday weekend, and I'm juggling two ideas. So let's start with this one: holiday weekend, and then you're more than you know, more than you think. Having Passover and Easter together is an interesting, energetic experience for different people. Coming from a Jewish background, I have a certain affinity to Passover, to Pesach, as it's called, versus to Easter. But I haven't grown up in the Western world in England. But Easter was part of our conversation too. So let me just plant a few ideas in your mind in case you're feeling a little bit stuck in areas of love and relationships in particular. Using the archetypal model of the resurrection as in new beginnings, this is a perfect time to get a new beginning going for your love life. And that's maybe a marketing piece to say it that way, but I just want to say that as an idea to plant your seed. Now we'll jump in the main topic, which is you're more than you think. Actually, I'll do something about Easter just because that weekend. I may have something more relevant tomorrow, we'll see. But you're more than you think is really this thing. I started this conversation yesterday, the day before, and it's this awareness about how we have this really annoying habit. I think it's annoying for all of us to presume that we're contained within this three-dimensional body that we live in, and so we value or devalue ourselves based upon comparing that vehicle with somebody else's vehicle. Let me say that one again in a different way. Comparison doesn't work. But I'm using this context to explain something. I realize I'm doing a spiritual teaching right now, but c'est la vie. I was on a conversation with a fellow coach earlier today, and I said that my background, spiritually speaking, has been with the spiritual center I've been studying with for 24 years. I've been a spiritual counselor and coach there teacher there for 17 of those years. And the awareness I keep getting to in this work with the relationship coaching that fits together with that is that so many of my clients, so many people I know, including myself, have bought into this belief that we are the sum total of what we look like in the mirror. That we are a three-dimensional person and that's it. So when we age, when we don't take care of ourselves, when we get injured, we evaluate and think about who we are from the perspective of what the three-dimensional experience is, which is limiting to say the least, which in fact is not so much limiting, it is lying to ourselves. So let me drop the seed in here. Who you are is not what's looking back at you in the mirror. Who you are is what's looking through the eyes into the mirror. This kind of metaphysical. I'm going to go some woo stuff on you for a second. Who you are is timeless. Who you are is outside of time. Who you are is the energy that moves your three-dimensional body through time and space. That was getting weird, wasn't it? So if you're someone who's going through some religious confusion with what I'm saying, feel free to get confused, because this is what I believe is the truth. So I just realized I'm doing a whole, okay, this is what's coming up, that's what we're going to talk about. So, what does all that have to do with love and relationships? Well, without going down that path anymore, let me bring it back to this context of relationship. We have this tendency to be very attached to the physical. That's part of the life we live, part of the way we express, the way we believe things to be. So again, being attached to the three-dimensional being that we appear to be in the mirror and in the world, we forget and we don't recognize who we are as a full experience, spiritually being type entity. We look at our relationships the same way. So a relationship that is with some other person is also another three-dimensional, as one of my friends talks about it, as a meat sack. Such a crude way of saying it. But it's like we are this being that walks around thinking that's all we are. I mean, another person, we think it's all they are. And so we go through this whole thing about we fall in love with somebody, and then when they change us, we get upset because they're no longer that they no longer look the same on the outside as they're supposed to. They broke the rules. Rather than the fact that we know who we really are and know who the other person really is, we see them transparently, and we see them beyond the illusion, yes, illusion, of the physical presentation. Which means that they may change, and we don't change our opinion of them. We know who they really are. Now, this is going to be something I'm going to give you some homework on. I'm going to keep this short because I've got to head out in a little bit to go with a friend of mine. But I'm dropping a ton of bricks in a very small wedge right now on your head, so hopefully you'll get the understanding of what I'm trying to say. And this is totally not coming out the way I want it to, but it's going to be the way it is. How do I want to say this? It is not coming through the way I want to. I'm going to say it this way. All right. I'm getting clearer more and more about the truth of who we all are. It comes in glimpses, it comes in insights, it comes in meditation, it comes in prayer, it comes in occasional glimpses in the world when I had to look outside and just start seeing people differently. It's not consistent, it's not daily experience. So I'm on the beginning of this as you are probably too. So when it comes to love and relationships, truly, the more you do this work of understanding who you really are, your relationship choices become one of preference, not out of need. So when you're somebody you're in a relationship with, it's because you enjoy their physical experience, again, 3-dimensional versus 4-dimensional, or 5-dimensional, something like that. So your way of being with them is additive because you just know you're being with somebody else who's also one with spirit, if you want to call it that. I'm realizing I'm not being as clear as I want to be. This makes sense. I hope it does to you, because I'm starting to articulate something that's not fully informed. So my apologies. Okay, I was going full steam. This is number 303 in my daily series of talks, and this one's coming out a bit clunky because I haven't got the core message clear. So let me try and summarize it this way before I sign off. This will work. It's important to you to have a relationship with somebody you want to be comfortable with, I presume. If that's the case, then it's not about just their physical package. It's about who they are, how they think, what they present. That's the part you want to really get clear about. Because the physical part will change. Oh, that's where we're going to go. Okay, we're going to go that way. So knowing spiritually that we're all individual divine beings having a human experience, we're all perfect, whole, and complete as we are. But then we take on personality choices and preferences and all sorts of other stuff which can get in the way of who we want to be. That is where I think the work is for us to do, is to transcend that and see who we really are. Now, to get back to the relationship piece again, because I keep skidding off in different directions. It's going to be this way. Find someone who inspires you on the inside, and that you inspire on the inside. Start with that first. I watch people in relationships do this dance where they're actually the packaging, they don't go deep enough to know the person inside. I think that's what I'm trying to get to. It took me all that to get to this. Here's the lesson. Here's the suggestion. It's an inside job. If you want to have an amazing relationship, meet the person on the inside first, work your way out to the outside. The outside packaging is the gravy. It's the side dish, as it were. The main course is what's inside. I hope that works. I'm banging it at different angles, and I think I've got to get into the gist of it. And if this makes sense, please let me know in the comments below. If you're not sure what I was trying to say, then don't worry about it, because I'm not sure if I know what I was going to say. Let me just wrap this up quickly, because I'm realizing I'm going to keep going down this rabbit hole the wrong way. So I want to go down the right way. So I may come back on later and do the right way of saying it, so we'll see. But I want to start this piece off and say this, or end this piece and say this. My passion is helping my clients find an amazing relationship. The way they do that is through the inner work, which is why I'm talking about the inner work here. If you want help in this area, I do offer a complimentary clarity conversation, because I apparently wasn't very clear in my clarity here. But if you want to reach out and get one of those, go to my website, which is barryselby.com, click on Let's Chat, which is on the left-hand side of the menu, and we can talk. If you want to see my other broadcasts, which are a little bit more coherent than this one, you can find them on my business page on Facebook, which is barryselby.author, as well as on my website, again, barryselby.com, under the video blog. And I hope this made sense. This one went all over the place, but I had to do one today because I kept a commitment to myself. I might come back on later. We'll see, but definitely tomorrow. Your homework is to look in the mirror. Here we go. Your homework is to look in the mirror and look beyond the physical appearance and see yourself inside, the real you. Connect with who you really are, because that's where the truth is. And with that, I'll leave you to it. I'll see you again tomorrow.